Hey y'all, it's Laura, and I wanted to talk to you about 2022 Scrappy plans and goals. Just what I'm looking at for 2022 and what projects I'm going to be working on, what is going to be my focus for the year. First and foremost, I'm going to be continuing my mix of monthly project life with layouts, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to continue to scrap my project life on camera or if I'm going to do that off camera and just share it on Instagram and Facebook. Let me know which one you would prefer. If you like watching project life process videos, I need to know that in the comments below. What I'm going to be doing for project life this year is the same as last year. I'm going to be doing monthly project life, one 12 by 12 page per month, and then I put it into a 6 by 12 insert front and back. And I'm going to be using something a bit new. I have the Day in the Life collection from Echo Park, and I really liked the colors. I like that it's white based and not cream. Last year I used a Simple Stories collection and it was fun, but it was very cream and kind of wood colored, a lot of like that darker brown color, and I didn't love that. And so this one's nice and crisp, and this is a bit more my color scheme, but I did pick up two of these for one very specific reason. There are a lot of, let me see if I can show you, just there, a lot of square pockets, or square, there we go, squares on every single page. And because I'm doing 4x6, 3 rows of 4x6 front and back, squares may not work. So just in case, I got an extra pack so I can use the other side to make additional cards. But in addition to that, I've picked up a few things that will help to flesh out as a kit this little particular project. So I did get the 6x6 paper pad, which has front and back paper, double-sided paper, which is great. What I didn't know when I bought this was that it also has 3x4 cards in it. So I didn't really need the second paper pack. You don't need the second paper pack, okay? Just get this, it's much cheaper. I did not like the embellishments though for this collection because they're very big. Echo Park does a lot of big tags and frame style embellishments and less of the ephemera that I'm looking for. And so I'm bringing in some embellishments from my stash, and some of them are new, some of them are older, but I thought the Market Square by Crepe Paper embellishments worked quite nicely with this collection. The color scheme is pretty dead on. Now, a lot of these are very fair themed, but I got the sticker book as well, which has a lot of like word phrases and florals, which I think will be really easy to use, labels, things like that. And thought those color-wise worked quite nicely with the collection. I also have some Felicity Jane tabs, which again, color-wise work pretty well with the collection. And then I grabbed 2 ephemera packs from Hip Kit Club's Dream Big collection. Hopefully you can see. They match fairly well to the collection as well. So just grabbing some bits and pieces from your stash if the ephemera, etc., the embellishments don't work for you. They're quite large. That's part of it, is because they're just so big and it makes it kind of tricky for me to use. Now, another thing that I'm doing for 2022 is I'm going on a bit of a spending freeze. It's not a full freeze. It's kind of like a, if it's not a full freeze, so it's just a partial freeze. What is it called when you only freeze a little bit? Okay, it's a spending frost. Okay, it is not a spending freeze. It's a spending frost, just a thin, layer to my spending. I'm going to be cutting it down quite a bit, but I will have this little amount that I will allow myself. If, for example, a new Paige Evans collection comes out that I absolutely have to have, I'll let myself get some. If a new Pink Fresh Studio layout collection comes out that I have to have, I can get some, mostly papers, and just use that with my stash. So I'll bring it in as a new thing and then try to use it right away. So I'm not adding it to my stash. That's the plan. I will be continuing to get the Hip Kit every single month because I love it. And every time I cancel the Hip Kit, I regret it. Every single time. I think I've canceled twice. and I hate it every single time because then the very next kit I love, and I love almost all of their kits. And so for me, this helps me keep my budget low. It only costs me about $36 a month, something like that. And I get a whole kit's worth of stuff that's brand new to play with that I can add to my stash or mix in with my stash and make a kit from, or just go ahead and use. And for me, that helps me to keep the budget under control, to know there's something new coming in already. Now, my focus for the 2022 year is going to be a mix of things. I want to use lots of stash. That is very important. Have got to use up the stash. My stash is getting pretty close to capacity, and I really don't want to purge right now. I normally purge every other year, and I just purged in 2021. I'd rather not purge again, and so what I need to do is use it. And I'm giving myself this year to use as much as I can before we have to do a purge in 2023. So that's my motivation to go ahead and get that stuff used. Now, product focus, I thought it would be nice to challenge myself to a product focus. So for 2022, my product focus is my dies. So I have my dies in this little Crafter's Companion doohickey binder thing. So I have lots of dies in here of all shapes and sorts and kinds. And my treat to myself in 2022 for my birthday was to buy a fold-away Sizzix Big Shot. And the reason I bought it was because I wanted to put it on my desk right next to my crafty space so that I'll use it more. Dies are very expensive. And if I'm going to invest in them as a tool, I think it's really important that I'm using them on a regular basis. I want to make at least 2 layouts a month using dies specifically in a big way on a layout. If I use them in a smaller way, great, but I'm hoping to do 2 layouts a month using dies in a very specific way. Now, again, to go back to things we're going to be continuing in 2022, I will be continuing most of my series, Quick 6x6 Tricks, Scrap Lift Sunday with Miranda Weber, and Washi, Wild About Washi. I'm trying to think of all of them. And all of the other series that I currently have going will continue. I'll be adding in some new ones. We're going to be doing a titling class, mini class here on YouTube for free every single Saturday in January and February. And that starts this Saturday. And it's going to be called Tantalizing Title Tips. And it's going to be focusing on not only placement of titles, how to create creative titles, but also ideas for making your titles a little bit more interesting, kind of to stretch yourself a little bit with titles. And also sharing just how I choose titles, what prompts me to pick certain titles, things like that. Anything that you would want to know about titles will be in this 9-video class for free here on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy that. We will be doing another class later in the year. Haven't decided which one that's going to be yet, but we will also be doing Scraptember in September, which is my video a day marathon. So lots coming up, lots going on, and I would love to hear from you guys. Which is your favorite series that I currently have going, so I can make sure that I'm using the popular ones and keeping those, and then I'll be considering if we need any new ones this year. But that's it for my Scrappy plans, focus, and goals. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I hope this explains what I'm going to be up to for the year and that you'll be along for the ride. That's it for me, guys. Until next time, bye y'all.